Hi, welcome back to On the Couch. And here we have Colette Blystein, and she's here to talk to us about the Cystic Fibrosis Walk.
Yes. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease. The patient's body produces unusually thick mucus, which clogs the lungs, and not only makes it hard for the patient to breathe, but causes frequent lung infections. And it also affects the pancreas and the digestive system. So every year I participate in the Cystic Fibrosis Walk, and I raise on average $12,000 a year.
Wow.
And
Wow.
the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation raised $35,000 last year.
Wow.
They had 200,000 walkers nationwide and over 600 walk sites. And 90 cents of every dollar goes towards research,
Wow.
which is a significant number.
Yeah. wow.
That's a really significant number.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how many years have you been participating in this walk?
I've been participating in it for 11 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you've raised on average about $12,000 for 11 years.
Yes,
Each year. Each year.
each year.
Wow.
That's
That
a
is
few
impressive.
bucks.
And how much of it goes towards research?
90 cents of every dollar.
Wow.
And that's been the case through all your 11 years. It's
all
been that
Yes.
same.
11 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
We're
And
both kind of floored by number amounts.
yeah, that is wow. And you participate in a walk right by your house, or do they do it all over the United States?
Yes, there's 600 walk sites all over the United States and about a dozen sites within the tri-state area. There's one that they just created right near my house, about a mile from my house at Washington Lake Park in Washington Township. And so I
So nice
participate
and
in that
local.
one.
Yeah.
I participate in that one. My team's name is Colette's Cuties. And we have shirts made for our teams, and the organization promotes, I mean, you can walk as an individual walker, but the organization promotes, team building and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now tell us a little bit about your shirt. Now you said you designed that,
Yeah, I designed the shirt.
and every year.
Every year. And well, this is the new design the last 2 years. But yeah, all my walkers get it. I had about 140 walkers walk with me the last 2 years
Wow.
on my team. So
How
That's
how
fun.
do you go about getting this all together, organized?
I do a letter campaign every year where I send out letters to all my family and friends asking for donations, and we include a self-addressed stamped envelope. So all they have to do is write the check and mail it back. They don't have to get the stamps or
Takes out all
anything.
the guesswork.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. Easier for them.
Yeah. So it takes a lot of planning goes into it, a lot of organization, but it really pays off in the end, and it's awesome to have everybody come out, feel very loved.
Yeah, I was
all
gonna
this
say, yeah.
stuff.
What does that feel like after all that hard work is done?
It's amazing, especially just not even the money that I raise, but all the support that people show.
Yeah.
Coming out, coming home from college, people I haven't talked to in a year. They drive 4 hours home from college just to do my walk, which is in the middle of finals, which is amazing.
Wow.
So it's great.
And
Oh
it
my
sounds like you've
goodness.
raised like a lot of money, so obviously there is a ton of support behind you. And
Yeah.
I mean, how do you balance it all? I mean, you've been doing this 11 years now. It sounds like there's a ton of planning that goes into it. How do you make it all come together?
My parents, obviously, when I was younger, they kind of took the reins. But now that I'm older, I've taken a more integral part in not only planning my team, but planning the actual walk at the Washington Lake Park. So I'm a PR major. So
See, there we go. It all comes back to that.
I've always aspired to be an event planner. So I love this sort of thing, and it's great.
Wow. Do you think you'll plan to have any bigger roles with planning the walk in the future, even when you're out of college?
I would love to work for the foundation. Unfortunately, patients with CF can't interact because it's a lung transmitted disease. I'm not contagious to you guys or anybody in the general public, but patients with CF are contagious within themselves, within their own community. So I wouldn't be able to go to, even though I can go to the walk, I stay away from the other patients. We know to stay away from each other, but I wouldn't be able to work for the foundation one day because I wouldn't be able to be around all the patients at the galas and the fundraisers and all that stuff.
See, I feel like that's something a lot of people aren't aware of.
Yeah.
I mean, here you are, a lot of people, they have a certain disorder or something, and, they usually go to people with that same thing, and, you see what each other are doing as inspiration. I mean, you're in a situation here where you literally have to stay away from the people that have the same, disorder as you do. How awkward, I guess there's no other way to put that, is that?
Yeah, they used to have camps where, like summer camps, where kids with CF would go, and about 10, 15 years ago, they realized that germs were just being transmitted, and the disease was progressing throughout these summer camps. And so when I was about 10 years old, they created the rule that you have to wear a mask when you go in the hospital for your doctor's appointments, and you can't be around the other patients. So that was around the age that life started getting a little tougher, and so it's tough not to have a physical support group, but now with like social media and stuff, it's easier to be in contact with those people.
That was going to be my next question right there. How much has social media really helped? You said a lot, and what have you done with social media to sort of reach out to your community?
I have a page on Facebook called Send Colette to Oprah. It's my dream to
I like the page, by the way.
Oh, you did?
I did. I like the page.
I
helped in the Oprah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Ryan. It has my whole story on it, and a short version of my battle with CF is in 2008, I had a really bad lung infection. I was in the hospital for a few weeks. They couldn't find the culprit of my rapid decline, so they did a routine surgery to find out what was going on, and I went into respiratory failure during the surgery, and that night I was in the ICU. It was the scariest night of my life. Couldn't breathe, and then the next day they induced me into a coma and put me on the double lung transplant list. So what I didn't know at that time, ignorance is bliss, that they've never successfully extubated, meaning taking the tube out. They've never successfully extubated any patient at CHOP with CF. So most patients either pass away in the coma, or when they are extubated, they have to have a trach put in because they can't breathe on their own. So I was not only successfully extubated 2 weeks later on Christmas Eve, but I was able to return to a normal life and get taken off the transplant list 6 months later.
Wow.
And so they call me the miracle on 34th Street because CHOP's on 34th Street and Civic Center Boulevard. So
awesome.
It's a miracle, it's a blessing. I'm so blessed to be here.
And what's great is that you understand where you've come from, and the fact that you put so much effort into helping others in the same situation as you. I mean, it's really just a testament of what you've been able to do. And now, I mean, you're talking that's only a couple of years ago, and you're ready to go participate in another walk, raise another 12 grand, maybe more. And really, what I'm trying to say is, what you've gone through, it's just so impressive, and how you're able to help others is even more impressive.
Well, I'm not trying to make myself like a commercial or anything like that. I'm really not trying to promote myself or anything. I was getting back to the social media. So through my page, Send Colette to Oprah, I've been able to contact other patients with CF, and they've been inspired by my story, which is amazing because that's what I want to do. It makes me cry when I can be in contact with them and help people who are going through the same difficult circumstances.
Now, besides the Facebook, tell us how other ways people can get involved or help you out in any way.
Well, I'm hoping to, I know Rowan does Relay for Life. They do a campus-wide thing. So I'm hoping to do a campus-wide campaign of the CF Walk next year.
Yes.
I just have to get in touch with the right people. So if, maybe everyone at Rowan can become a cutie next year.
Why not, right?
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be a cutie?
I'm pretty cute. But Colette,
Well,
thank you so much
for coming. That's all we have today for On the Couch, so make sure to tune in Mondays at 7:30 right here, RTN Channel 5.